If rocks could talk, fossils. Fossils are the remains of living things from centuries ago. They are the last traces of living things once buried deep below. These traces may be footprints or just tails or feet. It is rare to find a fossil that's entirely complete. Sometimes it's a plant fossil that a scientist has found. Fossils teach us about many living things that are still around. Was this place once underwater? What can we use to tell? One way is if we find a fossil that looks like a seashell. There are many different ways that a fossil can be formed. Some living things were frozen in place before the earth was warmed. Some animals fell into tar pits that hardened over the years. Their bones and teeth were hardened into fossils, it appears. Some living things, like insects, were caught inside tree sap. The sap then later hardened, and the ocean water filled the gap. The hardened sap then changed into amber, and the insects were preserved inside the clear brown amber where they could be observed. Some living things were covered with sediment and tiny stones, and this preferred the outline of their body and their bones. Other types of fossils are found inside chunks of coal. Plant remains leave only imprints. Some are partial, some are whole. Another kind of fossil was made after something died. It was buried in the landscape over the years. It was petrified. In this case, the word petrified means something turned to stone, and minerals filled in the parts that so long ago was bone. Occasionally, a fossil is found that has been mummified. This is when the remains are found that they were completely dried. Some living things were buried and the remains formed a cast. There are some ways fossils preserve life forms from the past. Fossils are found on every continent. But what are they used for? Fossils are how we have learned about the mighty dinosaur. Perhaps some of these fossils are still a mystery, but they hold important lessons to help us learn Earth's history. Questions. Number 1. What are fossils? A. The buried remains of living things from centuries ago. B. The memories of things from centuries ago. C. They are minerals that turn to stone. D. A painting on a cave wall. Number 2. Which of these things could become a fossil? A. A plant. B. A snail. C. A fish. Or D. All of the above. Number 3. What is amber? A color of the rainbow. B. A volcano. C. A hurricane. D. Tree sap that has been hardened into stone. Number 4. What kind of fossil is found in coal? A. Petrified wood. B. Frozen bones. C. Plant imprints. Or D. Mummies. Number 5. What does the word petrified mean in the selection? A. Buried. B. Frightened. C. Turned to stone. Or D. Falling apart. And number 6. A living thing that was once mummified had to be perfectly what? A. Dried. B. Wet. C. Buried. Or D. Petrified.